The next performance is coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we've got the adult portion of things here. Angela, Ryan, what are your roles in this next round of performances?
Go for it, Angela.
All right, I play Peggy Page, and I'm here. And in one of the songs, I do a duet with my husband, Christopher Dwyer. And then later, I do a solo with a little fun guest, I guess.
A puppet.
Okay.
Mr. Stitches.
Yeah, Mr. Stitches.
He's a black crow with a top hat.
And I'm singing
Bye
Bye Blackbird, and it's a blackbird. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is based on old 40s radio shows. Did you do any kind of research before you took on these roles? Did you look and see how it was done then? Because what they did for radio then is not the same as it is today.
Oh no, not in the slightest. Like today, it's very very different. I mean, I've seen different things online and stuff that I've just known over the years. I grew up watching a lot of black and white movies with my parents, and there would be things where you'd have some movies would have the clips from a radio station in their studio, and you'd see how they do the different sound effects, and people you just have a script but dropping it, not really. They'd be into their acting moment, and then as soon as it was done, they'd drop the script.
Right.
Things like that.
In the 1940s, it was, and 30s and 40s, the New Variety Hour, brought to you by, Geritol or whatever it was huge. And so what would happen was people would actually come to watch them perform these radio shows live.
Right.
And as they were doing it with their scripts, they'd throw the scripts out to the audience, and they would catch them, and then they'd take them home as souvenirs and so forth. So everything was done live.
Yeah.
And brought out to a huge listening audience, but you'd have a small studio audience to sort of give everybody some, in the same way we do sitcoms today.
Right.
But the idea, some of the stuff that was wouldn't have been seen by the radio listeners, but would have been seen by the studio audience. But so it's more casual. It's not, like when I grew up, there was the Ted Mack Amateur Hour and Ed Sullivan and so forth. So there were these variety shows, but they were all dressed up in big musical numbers. They wouldn't have done that on radio as much. It was more concentrated than right into the microphone and out to the audience. And then, again, a studio audience watching this experience of radio coming and being done live in front of them. That was huge.
Did you write this one?
I did.
Okay. What was your inspiration? Why did you say, I want to do a show about this? What?
Well, again, I grew up just loving Ted Mack Amateur Hour, Lawrence Welk. I loved all the variety formats, and then again, just like Angela was talking about, I would also visit in film. There would be some adaptation. There'd be Bing Crosby and Bob Hope doing the old radio hours, and so I fell in love with that. And then some of the radio stars, Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, which is funny, a ventriloquist on the radio. You couldn't even see him. You couldn't see it, but he was the biggest radio star of that generation. Yeah. Was this ventriloquist that you never even got to really see him, but he was huge. So I fell in love with that era. And so I thought between these musical shows that we're doing, these full-scale musicals, it would be fun to do something that was a little lighter. I didn't have to compose all the music and lyrics. Although we do have some original music, like the commercials.
Right.
Crispy Crunchy, we love you. Crispy Crunchy, yummy too. Crispy Crunchy, lots of fun. Crispy Crunchy for everyone. Anyway, so, but the songs are all top hits of the 1940s and so forth. So everybody in the audience can sing along. And we even have a place where people can dance, because they used to do that too. So if some of the numbers, the 40s numbers, they'll be able to dance to. Like we have Ryan. Ryan, what are you playing?
I'm Elmer Fiddle and
the
Faddles, and basically I was a big top number back then, and I play a banjo and very hillbilly redneck coming out on stage, and we actually have a whole joke, with our Crispy Crunchies. Everyone that sends in the box tops or the cereal, they get a free 45 from me, and
Elmer Fiddle's coming around the mountain.
Yeah.
Yep, she'll be
from
coming
Crispy
around
Crunchy.
Right.
So that's our sponsor,
Okay.
so to speak. Remember those old shows were always had a sponsor. So ours is Crispy Crunchy cereal, but the Crispy Crunchy taste.
Only for one weekend. This is it. You got 3 days, 3 chances to see it. Show times or when?
7 o'clock on Friday. 7 o'clock on Saturday. 2 o'clock matinee.
Okay.
On Sunday. 2 o'clock matinee on Sunday. And you can get tickets at brownpapertickets.com. Just type in New Variety Show.
Okay.
And there it is, the New Variety Show.
Okay. Or just come in.
No. Yeah, just come in.
And
you won't turn anybody away.
No, it's a suggested donation. Right. So, and it's at the door. It's 15. It's 10 in advance. And again, you pay what you can.
Okay. But New Variety Show, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, St. John's Episcopal, Ogdensburg.
With ventriloquism. And we do have ventriloquism, actually, in the show.
Okay.
And sound effects, really cool sound effects. There's a whole bit that I get to do in between stuff. And during some of the numbers, I do all these wild noises and
And then we set them on fire.
Excellent.
Just when he explodes. It's wonderful.
Special effects.
I'm not sure if it's legal, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well,
and we can only do it once, so that's the matinee.
You know, I end up like this.
Thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome. Thanks, Dave.